guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. Today I have new Too Faced to share with you all today. Inside this bag are a couple goodies that I picked up the other day from the Too Faced website, and I cannot wait to share them with you. This bag was a free gift with purchase and I like it. This is a really nice size makeup bag. I love peacocks. We have the Hangover primer here, mascara, foundation, which I'm wearing this foundation today. I'm wearing a few things from Too Faced today, so everything that I am wearing will be in the description box in case you want to check it out. But the reason for today's video is the Better Than Chocolate palette. So this is the annual pre-fall release for Too Faced. They always release one of these tin palettes, usually around July, August, and I guess this would be considered their fall release. Here is what the color story looks like, and you're probably thinking, Steph, I think I have that palette already. Well, these palettes tend to be a bit redundant, so I think if you have one, you almost have them all. I did review last year's Cinnamon Swirl palette. I no longer have that palette. I passed it along to somebody else that I knew would get more use out of it, but this was a good palette. The shades perform well. The year prior to that, which I have a review on as well, was the gingerbread, or the gingerbread sprites. I don't remember. There was a gingerbread, and then I think there was a gingerbread spice or pumpkin. It was pumpkin. It was pumpkin. I don't fully remember, guys. It's been a while, and you know, as the years go by, some of these palettes, they tend to just run into themselves. They look so much alike. But I will say, guys, that you don't really have a quality issue, at least I think, with these tin palettes whenever they are released around this time of year. The quality seems to be there. It's the shade selection that might not be everybody's cup of tea. Nonetheless, guys, this palette has gone up in price. So previous years, the palettes were $48. Last year, it was $49. Same amount of shades, everything. This year, it is $54. Now, I didn't check the ounces. I'll let you guys know down here if the ounces or grams are the same, but this is now $54. So a $5 price increase from last year. So definitely a very neutral palette with a pop of blue. We haven't seen that before, right? Just kidding with you guys. We have the purple, the green, which I love, but I'm gonna try it out for you guys. And it does smell a little bit like chocolate, which I think is a good thing. I always like that about Too Faced. A lot of their products, they have that cocoa scent because it is made with cocoa powder. And this does say it's made with 97% naturally derived ingredients. So I also got, new on their website were these new bronzers. These bronzers came in two different shades. I actually got the darker shade, and this is their natural chocolate bronzer. This is going to provide more of a natural finish. Now, it's not going to be a shimmer finish. It's definitely going to be something more in the middle. Well, at least I hope. I haven't swatched anything yet, but this one is in the shade Caramel Cocoa. And again, there were two shades in this. I just chose to go with the darker one because honestly, it looked like it would be a good match for my skin tone. Packaging is beautiful. There's a nice little weight to it, but I don't know. We'll see on the shade range, because if this is okay on me, that I'm a fair to light skin tone, I don't know how it's going to work on somebody with a deeper skin tone other than medium. So also, along with the free bag, I got a free mini size of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So we're going to try everything out today. I'm going to be creating 4 looks with this new palette. We're going to try it out. We're going to put it to the test. We're going to see if this new palette is worth your $54. The bronzer is $35. $34 or $35. It's one of those, but I think it's $35. This whole collection launches on Friday, July 15th on the Sephora website. So I'll have it linked to both places. It did launch first on Too Faced. That is where I ordered it from, but I think it's already up on the Sephora website, but it will be available on the 15th. I will, of course, update you guys with that information in the community section like I usually do. Guys, check my community section because I'm always posting like links to new releases, upcoming dates, codes if I have them. If I don't have a code, I put somebody else's code, but just that way, in case you're interested in buying anything that's coming out, you'll be able to save save a little bit of money. And of course, guys, everything that I'm using in today's video, both on and off camera, will be linked and listed in the description box of today's video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. And in case it is your first time here on my channel, welcome. I think you picked a good video to watch. My name is Steff. I love doing new makeup reviews. That is my most favorite thing to do, and foundation reviews, which I have the new Lancome foundation on the way to me, hoping I can have that video up over the weekend, so stay tuned for that. And again, if you enjoy watching, if you're not subscribed yet, do me a favor, click on that subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon, and if you enjoy watching, please give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started, guys. We all want to see the 4 looks I'm about to create with the Better Than Chocolate palette, and watch me apply the new natural bronzer from Too Faced. Keep on watching. And guys, in case I forget to mention it, the lipstick I am wearing is the Juvia's Place Nubian Earth collection of lipsticks. It's in the shade Clay, and you can find those on the Ulta website. So let's try the natural bronzer. I'm going to use my BK 107 brush to apply. It smells like cocoa powder, like cocoa, like chocolate, which I don't mind at all. I kind of like that about Too Faced, that a lot of their products have a very pleasant, a chocolate scent to them. I love chocolate. Okay, so this shade is nice, but that this is the darkest shade, I don't know about that. Of course, I do like my bronzer to be noticeable. I don't want it to be like a soft flush of color. Like, I want to be bronzy and glowy. I'm actually just getting back from the beach. I was at our local beach for a few days, and I knew this was waiting for me at my door. So I came back a couple hours earlier, just so I could have time to film and edit this video. But the beach was very nice, and I think it was actually going to be a rainy day today, so there was no point in us really staying after checkout at the hotel. And it's really cloudy over here too. The beach is about an hour and a half away from where I live, so we need the rain, so I'm hoping we get some rain. Okay, so this is blending out really well. I'm really liking the shade. I think it's really pretty. And again, there's no shimmer in this. It's just a nice soft glow. Really, it could almost be on the matte side, more matte than I think it is like on the natural side. And definitely if you go in with like a finishing powder that has a bit of a glow to it, for example, the Hourglass Infinity powder, that will help the bronzer take on a bit more of a glow than what it originally has. So you can always go that route or not go that route, you know? Okay, so I'm really liking the way that looks. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. I don't feel it's, again, that glowy of a bronzer to where if I put some on my nose, you know, it's gonna be to where it's gonna make me look like an oil slick, even though my nose is the oiliest place on my face, not in my T-zone. But yeah, I think that looks good. Always add a little bit right here too. Just down here. I feel like I picked up a little bit of a tan. I don't think you can tell right now on camera, but my legs look tanned. Okay, so now I'm going to add blush and highlighter, and I do have this palette from Too Faced. This is the Natural Face palette. Guys, this is a good palette. If you see this floating around, I would say like at TJ Maxx or Ross, pick it up because this is a really solid performing palette. And it does have that beautiful scent to it. So for blush, I'm going to go in with this shade, and then for highlighter, I'm probably going to go in with this shade. Okay guys, so here is the complexion. I like it. I think everything meshed well together. So far, so good. Let's now start creating 4 looks with Better Than Chocolate. I've already primed my eyelids with the newly reformulated Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. You guys have heard me mention this so often, but I think if you're going to pick up the palette, I would add this to your cart. This is a really good eyeshadow primer and it doesn't crease, which is one of the reasons why I love it. So let's dive into this palette. I'm just looking like at this shade, and this shade. Almost maybe this shade too. Like how similar they are. And even look, like just looking at it, these two shades. Why do they do this? Why do they do this? Okay, I'm gonna go in with Lick the Bowl. And trust me, every time I bake a cake, I would definitely lick the bowl, the beater sticks, everything. I am gonna place Lick the Bowl in the transition area. And I'm taking that on a Rephr 16. Let me know if you're one of those that collects these palettes every year. I have been, just because I have this channel. I will say that the pumpkin spice, that one really, you know, I was excited for that one just because I love all things pumpkin spice. And maybe that's why you buy some of these. Maybe because like whatever it's representing this year, it's chocolate. Maybe whatever it is for that year, maybe that's something that really appeals to you. You don't really care about the color story because, yeah, you know it's going to be neutral. You just go with everything. But maybe that's one of your buying factors. Like you like the concept behind it. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I mean, like I've said before, the quality on these has gotten better, I think. In the last few years, it's definitely gotten better. It's just, it's too much of the same. Like, now for $54, you're gonna have to let me know, guys. You're gonna have to let me know. But you know what? This shade is blending out just fine. So far, I guess we're off to a good start. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here called Cake My Day. I would love to have a piece of cake right now. I am on, I don't wanna say I'm on a diet. It's a meal plan. I'm on a new meal plan. And yeah. I've been doing okay. I've lost a few pounds. But it's hard, you know? I miss hamburgers, I miss pizza. None of those are on my meal plan, you know? Neither is cake. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna do the shade right here. This one is called Better Half. Same Rephr 14. You all have heard me say that I love blue and brown together. I think it's a beautiful color combination. So I actually don't mind that there's a beautiful blue shimmer next to this shadow because I'm going to end up using that right here on the lid. I'm going to go back in with the first shade, Lick the Bowl. Now on a Rephr 21, I'm going to go in with Bless Your Tart. This might actually turn out to be purple. Purple or blue? No, I think it's blue. I did spray the brush after picking up the product with some setting spray. Yeah, no, it's blue. It kind of had a little purple reflect in the pan. But that's definitely a royal blue. That's pretty. Adding a little bit more of Better Half, which was the darkest shade. Now on a Rephr 26, I'm going back in with Brownie Points, which was the second shade that I applied. I'm going to stop right there. Now for the inner corner, this shade right here, this one is called Milk It. Same Rephr 26, I am going to spray it. Okay guys, I'm going to add some liner. I'm going to use that Too Faced mascara, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look. Okay guys, here's the completed look number 1. I like the way it came out. Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner for the top lash line, and for the lower waterline, Give by Gwen Stefani in the shade Bathwater. Beautiful blue metallic eyeliner, and then of course the Too Faced mascara. And this is the look. easy to create. Is it a new color combination? No, we've definitely seen, you know, neutrals with purples and blues before, but I like this color combination. I think it's really pretty. So let's move over to the left eye and start working on look number 2. Okay, so for look number 2, I want to do something with this shade. This shade, no, maybe it doesn't have a green. It kind of has maybe, I don't know. I thought it had a green reflect to it, but maybe it doesn't. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this shade, like all over on the lid, in the transition area. The shade is called Nice Buns. And then we'll take it from there. I'm using a BK206. This shade is a little bit darker than what I thought it was going to be, which is fine. Just thought it was going to be a little bit lighter. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the shade. The shade is called Sext and Candy. I'm taking this on a damp Rephr 21. Yeah, it does have green in it. Okay. But it has a bit of a different reflect in the pan, and I guess once the light hits it. Now on a Rephr 14, I'm picking up some of Nice Buns, and I'm just going to use that right here along the edge, just to blend. Now I think I'm going to add a little bit of this shade right here. The shade is called Ooey Gooey, and I'm picking that up with my finger. Might need to use the damp brush. Yeah, I'm going to use the damp Rephr 21. Yeah, it's better. Just adding a little bit of the green. Now I'm going to go back in with Nice Buns. I think I'm going to do an olive green liner, the one that I have from NYX in the waterline. Now for the inner corner, I'm going back in with Ooey Gooey on a damp Rephr 03. Okay, let me add liner and mascara, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 2. Okay guys, here's the completed look number 2. For the top lash line, I went in with one of my favorite eyeliners from Shop Miss A. This is the AOA Studios Artista eyeliner, and it's in the shade green. For the lower waterline, I used the same eyeliner I told you I was going to use, the NYX Epic Wear liner in the shade All Time Olive, and same Too Faced mascara. And this is a completed look, a really easy look to create. I only used 3 shades for this one, and I love the green. I love the olive green, kind of matches the little t-shirt I have on. But both of these looks, guys, were really easy to create. So far, no problems with the formula. I didn't expect there would be, but again, you never know. My goal is to use every single shade in the palette, and I'm working my way through it. Let me go ahead and remove both of these eye looks, and I'll come back and we'll start creating 2 more looks. Okay guys, let's start working on look number 3. I want to do something with this really deep plum shade, and then of course incorporate that light purple, that lavender shimmer. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with Bite Me right here, and then I'm going to start working this deep plum shade like in the crease and in the outer corner. That one's called Midnight Snack. So I'm taking Bite Me on a Rephr 16. Now on a Rephr 14, I'm going in with Midnight Snack. That is a beautiful plum shade. There is a little bit of kick up in the pan with these shadows, but you know, it's typical. I find that they're performing the same way as all the others have. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Bite Me in the Rephr 16, 15 or 16? 16. It's beautiful though. That's nice. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Bite Me in the Rephr 16. 16. It's beautiful though. That's nice. 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 Now on a damp Refer 21, I'm going in with that lavender shimmer shade. That shade is called Sugar Rush. I definitely recommend spraying these shimmer shades. I think you're gonna get the best payoff from them that way. This one to me looks a little sheer. Maybe even some glitter primer might help. I feel like I got a little bit of fallout, but you know, I've been trying to pack this on. It's a light shade. I like that. I think that looks pretty. I'm gonna add a little bit more of Midnight Snack. Now I'm also gonna bring Midnight Snack down to the lower lash line. And I'm using a Refer 26. Just blending a little bit more, kind of wing it out a little bit here. I wasn't really liking the shape it was taking. Okay, now I'm gonna add Sugar Rush also to the inner corner, and I think I'm gonna add a little bit of Milk It on top of it. I'm using a damp Refer 03. Now I'm adding a little bit of Milk It, just right here to the inner corner. Okay guys, I'm gonna add liner and mascara. I'll be right back to show you the third look. Okay guys, here's the third look. For the top lash line, I went in with another one of those AOA Studios Artista liners. This one's in the shade Purple. For the lower waterline and a little bit on the lash line, another one of my favorite eyeliners. This is a gel liner from bPerfect. This is a potted glossy eyeliner in the shade Mogle. I love this one. This is a fantastic one. You can find this on their website and on Beauty Bay. Same mascara, and this is the completed look. I really like it. This might be one of my favorites. Let's jump over to the left eye and start creating the fourth and final look. Okay, so for look number 4, I haven't used these two shimmer shades, and I haven't used this shimmer shade or this one. So there might be a few shimmers, unfortunately, that I don't get to use. I've used all of the matte shades with the exception of this one right here. So I think I'm gonna start off with this shade, and then we'll take it for, actually no, you know what? I haven't used Bitter Half. So let me work with these two shades, and then we'll play around with a couple shimmer shades. So I'm taking Buttercream on a BK201. Now on a Refer 14, I'm taking Bitter Half. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna use this shade and this shade right here. So I'm gonna start first with What the Fudge. Taking that on a damp Morphe M124. Now I'm going in with Reality Chalk. Same brush, I just flipped it around and sprayed it again. Getting a little bit of fallout with those two. I think you can see it right there. That's a pretty shade. Now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. The shade is called Skinny Dipped. I'm taking this shade on a damp Refer 03. Now I'm gonna go in with this gold shade right here. This one's called Gold Digger. Same Refer 03, I am gonna spray it. Now, I think there's only one shade that I haven't used, and it's this one, the Dessert. So that's gonna be the only shade that I don't get to use. but I've used all of the others. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the finishing touches to this look, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look, and we'll wrap up today's video trying out the new Too Faced Better Than Chocolate palette and their new bronzer. Alright guys, so here's the fourth and final look. I added Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner to the top lash line, and for the lower waterline, one of the new e.l.f. No Budge matte shadow sticks. This one is in the shade Groovy. These are really good, and I do have a video where I swatched out all of the new ones, so you definitely want to check that out. But these are the last two looks of the palette. I think these last two might be my favorite. What do you guys think? Let me go ahead and wrap up today's video and share with you guys my final thoughts on these new Too Faced products. Okay guys, so now that I've created 4 looks with the new Better Than Chocolate palette and applied the new natural bronzer, both from Too Faced, it's time for me to share with you all my final thoughts. Let's start first with the bronzer. So I love the packaging. I think the packaging is so pretty, and there's like a nice little weight to it to where it doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. Again, the shade I picked up is Caramel Cocoa. I think this was the darkest shade, and this worked out great for me. I like it. There's no shimmer in here. It's just, maybe there's a hint of a shimmer, but it's not a full-on glowy bronzer. There's definitely, I think, more of a matte aspect to this one with just a hint of a glow, hence natural bronzer or natural chocolate bronzer. It has a very soft scent of that cocoa powder because it is made with that. I thought it was nice. I think it looks good. I'm going to continue to use it. It is $35. Do you need a $35 bronzer? Well, I mean, I guess that's what they're going for nowadays, right? I mean, a lot of the bronzers that we see at Sephora, they're in that $30 to $40 price range, unfortunately. And if you like the packaging, maybe you've had a good experience with Too Faced bronzers in the past, this might be something you want to add to your cart. Let's talk next about the eyeshadow palette. So the Better Than Chocolate palette, I like the outward packaging. I think it's nice. Like, I think, you know, they did a good job with this. This is usually the same tin the way the Too Faced does these eyeshadow palettes. It does say it's cocoa infused eyeshadow palette. And where is, I'm looking to see the little can. It might have been on the box, and I already tossed out the box to see how long it's good for, but usually these eyeshadow palettes say anywhere from 12 to 24 months. Here are the 18 shadows that you get. So again, a very neutral color story. Is this the most unique color story? No, not really. But neither of these Too Faced palettes are ever that unique. It's definitely more neutral, a couple pops of color, and that's it. And that's okay. If these are the shades that you gravitate towards, if you collect these palettes year after year, then you're going to want to have this one in your stash because it performs just fine. I didn't encounter any issues. I will say that some of the shimmers are more intense than others, but spray them. Spray them so you can get that maximum shimmer effect, maximum impact, right? I thought the matte shades all blended out really well. I do feel like maybe a couple could have been swapped out for other shades, but again, this is what these palettes are. They're redundant and they're neutral, and you know, maybe you panned your other palette, your Cinnamon Swirl palette from last year, and you're looking for a new palette. You buy them every year. I think you're going to enjoy it. If this is your color story, if this is what you wear on a daily basis, then I think this might be for you. However, this is now $54 instead of $48 and $49. And I think maybe even these palettes started at one point at $45. So they've already gone up. It's gone up $5 from last year. So you're going to have to also think about that. You know, maybe you can get a free, like a 10% or 15% off on the Too Faced website if you sign up for their texts and emails. Maybe that's a way to go. Or maybe just wait until this goes to Sephora, which it will be heading to Sephora on July 15th. And maybe you can use some points there or at Ulta or a gift card. I don't know, guys. But if this is something you really want, the quality is just fine. Like, it performs the same way as all the other ones do, but you know, you have to like this color story. You have to want to use this, and of course be okay with the $54 price tag. Personally, would I have bought this if I didn't have a YouTube channel? No. I would not have bought this. I would have rather spent my $54 on some new indie makeup that's coming out, where I know the shades, the shimmer shades are gonna have different, you know, effects to them, different shifts to them. I mean, that's what I like. For me, like, I love a good shimmer shade. I like when it's sparkly and shifty and all of that good stuff, but maybe that's not you. And maybe this palette fits in better with your makeup aesthetics. You won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. And I just feel like maybe this year in particular, we're gonna kind of look at price a bit more, right? And so there is that $5 increase, and you're just gonna have to decide if this new makeup from Too Faced fits into your budget. But let me know your thoughts, guys. What did you think of the 4 looks I created? What did you think of the new bronzer? I'm glad that I got a free mini size of the mascara, and I'm really glad I got that free makeup bag. Makeup bags definitely come in handy, but let me know your thoughts. Are you gonna be picking this one up? Are you going to pass? Let me know, please, if you collect these palettes year after year. I would love to hear from you guys. Sound off in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.